The much-awaited return of Ty Borden has Heartland fans holding their breath. After a significant time apart, the reunion of Ty and Amy is set to unfold in what promises to be one of the series' of most emotionally charged arcs. This is more than a straightforward reunion. It's a complex interplay of enduring love, deep-seated sorrow, and unresolved questions that could redefine their lives. As old secrets begin to surface, the bonds of family are put to the test, and the specter of a heartbreaking loss casts a shadow. This season's conclusion is shaping up to be an emotional journey, one that will likely leave viewers deeply affected and pondering the true nature of healing and new beginnings. Can Ty and Amy's profound love overcome the years of separation? Can Heartland ever truly revert to what it once was? One thing is clear. This finale will leave an indelible mark on the audience. The world of Heartland was fundamentally changed when Ty Borden departed, leaving a palpable void, not only in the life of his wife, Amy, but also in the hearts of countless fans. The show's central narrative has always revolved around the love story of Ty and Amy, two individuals who found solace and connection through shared hardships and a deep-seated passion for horses. Together, they navigated numerous storms, both literal and emotional, their bond serving as the unwavering emotional core of Heartland. With Ty's anticipated return, however, the stakes are significantly heightened. This is not simply a reunion of two lovers, separated by time and distance. Ty's reappearance has the potential to reshape family dynamics, reawaken old grief, and push the characters to their emotional limit. Heartland followers have been keenly anticipating this moment. The return of Graham Wardle as Ty Borden, and the season 19 finale is poised to deliver a development that will resonate profoundly within the show's established lore. Amy Fleming has undergone substantial personal growth since Ty's departure. Over the years, viewers have witnessed her evolve into a strong, independent woman. She has skillfully managed the responsibilities of Heartland Ranch while embracing her role as a devoted mother to their daughter Lindy. Life presented its challenges, but Amy learned to find strength within herself and through the relationships she cultivated. Her love for horses has always been a defining characteristic, but her connection with Ty provided a unique sense of purpose and completeness. Their shared dream of managing the ranch and raising a family seemed the perfect culmination of their journey. Yet, when Ty left, it compelled Amy to navigate life independently for the first time, grappling with the pain of losing the love of her life while balancing the demands of motherhood. Ty's return will undoubtedly stir emotions that Amy has kept suppressed for years. But this is not a simple reunion. There's much more at stake. Amy has grown. She is no longer the young woman who relied on Ty to guide her through every challenge. Her independence has become an integral part of her identity. Yet, as much as she has adapted to life without him, the deep love they once shared remains very much alive. The emotional core of this reunion will stem from the fact that Amy is no longer the same woman Ty left behind. Her transformation will challenge not only her own perceptions of love and trust, but also Ty's understanding of the woman she has become. Can their love bridge the years of separation, or will their individual changes prove too significant to overcome? This reunion will not be straightforward. It will be characterized by raw emotion and moments of vulnerability that will draw the audience in, leaving them to wonder if love can truly mend the wounds inflicted by Ty. The reunion between Amy and Ty is expected to evoke a spectrum of complex reactions within the Heartland family. Not everyone will be unequivocally pleased by Ty's sudden reappearance. Some will feel the weight of his prolonged absence as acutely as Amy, while others may find it difficult to accept his return after such a significant passage of time. Jack, who has always been a father figure to Amy, will likely experience conflicting emotions. While he cares for Ty, his protective instincts for Lindy and his unwavering loyalty to Amy might make him hesitant to fully welcome Ty back. Lou too will confront her own internal conflict. Fiercely protective of her family, she has often grappled with the intricate relationships that define her connection to her sister and their shared past. Lou might feel torn between supporting her sister's emotional healing and safeguarding her own emotional well-being. The years of separation will have left their mark on Lou, and she may find herself caught between wanting the best for her sister and fearing the emotional upheaval that Ty's return could trigger. As for Tim, his relationship with Ty has been one of evolution. Tim, a flawed father figure, has invested effort in building his relationships with his children. The return of Ty could introduce new tensions, especially considering Tim's own past mistakes and his ongoing efforts to reconnect with his family. Tim might question whether Ty's reappearance is beneficial for the family or if it risks reopening wounds that haven't fully healed. The dynamics within the family will shift dramatically as each character grapples with their emotions regarding Ty's Some will embrace it, others will question it, and all will be compelled to confront their own pasts. This dynamic is what makes the Heartland family so relatable. Each character's journey is deeply intertwined with the others, forming the emotional fabric of the show. As Ty re-enters their lives, the ripple effects of his return will be felt by everyone. The love, grief, and unresolved tensions will create the perfect backdrop for the emotional storm that is sure to follow. Ty's return isn't just about rekindling his romance with Amy, it's about the broader healing of the entire family. His absence left an emotional void that has shaped every character's journey. The love story between Amy and Ty is at the heart of Heartland, but it is also a story about healing and finding closure. The unresolved emotions from the past have had a lasting effect on everyone. For Amy, it's about finding a way to move forward without losing the love she once shared with Ty. For the rest of the family, Ty's return will force them to reckon with their own past, mistakes, regrets, and the love they have for each other. But while Ty's return is a much-needed moment of healing, it also brings new challenges. For Amy, it's the challenge of confronting feelings she may have suppressed for years. For the rest of the family, it's about learning to trust Ty again and allowing him back into their lives after all the pain that has come with his departure. What makes this reunion so compelling is that it's not just about love, it's about family, growth, and forgiveness. Ty's return will not only test the strength of his relationship with Amy, but also the strength of the family bonds that have been built over the years. In the end, Ty's return may be the catalyst for the healing that the entire Heartland family desperately needs. Amy Fleming's journey through Heartland has been nothing short of remarkable. From the young girl thrust into a world of responsibility after her mother's tragic passing, to the woman who learned to navigate life's challenges with strength and resilience, Amy's evolution has been central to the series. Her story is not just about horses and ranch life, it's about emotional growth, healing from the past, and finding strength even in the darkest times. When Ty left, Amy was left with more than just an emotional void. She was forced to find a new identity. Amy had always been known as Ty's partner, the one who stood by his side as they built their life together at Heartland Ranch. But after his departure, Amy was left to carry the weight of everything on her shoulder. She had to step up, not just for herself, but for her daughter Lindy, who was the most important person in her life. It was no longer just about the love she shared with Ty, it was about finding herself again, independent of anyone else's expectations. This period of growth was crucial for Amy. She threw herself into her work with horses, honing her skills as an equine therapist, and quickly became a respected figure in her field. She formed new relationships, rebuilt old ones, and began to truly understand the woman she had become in the absence of the person she loved most. But while Amy grew in strength and independence, the emotional wounds left by Ty's departure never truly healed. She had learned to function without him, but she hadn't forgotten the depth of their connection. Her grief, while buried beneath a layer of day-to-day responsibilities, remained a powerful force in her life. As much as she tried to move forward, the love she had for Ty was a constant presence, one that was never fully extinguished. One of the most compelling aspects of Amy's journey is her transformation from a young girl to a woman who knows her own worth. When Ty was by her side, they were a team, each of them leaning on the other to survive and thrive. But after Ty left, Amy was forced to rely on herself in ways she never had to before. In doing so, she developed a sense of self that is now unshakable. Amy's journey of self-discovery was not without its struggle. There were moments when she doubted herself, moments of deep sadness, and moments of loneliness. But through it all, Amy became a stronger, more self-assured person. Her independence is evident in the way she handles her responsibilities, especially as a mother. She raised Lindy with the same love and care that she always received from Ty, but also with the determination that she could do this on her own. Her ability to manage the ranch, take care of the animals, and be a guiding force in the lives of others is a testament to the strength she developed during Ty's absence. The loss of Ty forced her to step up in ways she never anticipated, and in doing so, she discovered parts of herself that she hadn't known existed. The woman she is now is a far cry from the girl who once relied so heavily on her relationship with Ty to define her life. But the question remains, how will this new Amy respond to Ty's return? Will she fall back into the familiar pattern of relying on him for emotional support, or will she hold on to the independence she has worked so hard to build? While Amy has become stronger and more independent, the emotional walls she has built since Ty's departure will play a significant role in how she responds to his return. Over the years, Amy has learned to guard her heart, to shield herself from the pain of loss and the possibility of more heartache. She has pushed through, found new passions, and focused on the life she has created for herself and her daughter. However, Ty's passions, and focused on the life she has created for herself and her daughter. However, Ty's return will bring with it a rush of emotions that she may not be ready to face. For so long she has carried the weight of his absence alone, and now the man who once meant everything to her is back in her life. The emotional turmoil that comes with seeing Ty again will force Amy to confront feelings she has kept buried. Feelings of love, longing, anger, and even betrayal. Amy's internal conflict will be one of the most compelling aspects of this reunion. She has built a life without Ty, but she has never truly let him go. Can she open her heart to him again, knowing that the risks of loving him are just as great as they were before? Or has she become too independent, too strong to allow herself to be vulnerable in the way she once was? Ty's return will be the ultimate test of Amy's growth. The woman she has become is one of strength, self-reliance, and emotional maturity. But her history with Ty is so deeply ingrained in her that she may find it difficult to reconcile the two. The emotional walls she has built up over the years will likely crack when she sees him again. But the question is whether she will let herself fall back into the same patterns of dependence and codependence that once defined their relationship. For Amy, the reunion with Ty will not be a simple return to the past. It will be a delicate balance between the woman she has become and the girl who once needed Ty to survive. Her journey of self-discovery will be put to the ultimate test as she will have to decide whether she can open her heart to Ty again without losing the strength and independence she has gained. This internal struggle will make the reunion between Ty and Amy even more emotional and compelling for viewers. It's not just about rekindling old flames. It's about the evolution of a woman who has learned to live without her soulmate. The tension between her newfound independence and the love she still feels for Ty will be palpable, and fans will be left wondering whether they can truly pick up where they left off, or if the years apart have created irreparable change. Another key element in Amy's journey is the rebuilding of trust. Trust is not something that can be easily regained after a long period of absence, and Ty's return will force Amy to question how much she is willing to give him emotionally and physically. Over the years, she has learned to survive without him, but that doesn't mean she has forgotten the deep connection they once shared. Rebuilding trust is never an easy task, and it will be a slow and painful process for both Amy and Ty. They will have to navigate the complexities of their past while also coming to terms with the person they have become in the years apart. It will be a journey that tests their commitment to each other and their ability to heal old wounds. The reunion between Amy and Ty will not be an instant fix. It will take time, patience, and understanding for both characters to rebuild the emotional foundation that once brought them so close. But through this process, fans will witness a love story that has endured the test of time and distance, proving that while the past may shape who we are, it doesn't have to dictate our future. Ultimately, Amy's journey will come full circle. She will have to make a choice, not just between her love for Ty and the life she has built without him, but also between her past and her future. Does she return to the man who once held her heart, or does she continue down the path of independence, knowing that she has created a life that is uniquely hers? The emotional stakes for Amy are incredibly high, and her decision will shape the future of Heartland. Will she be able to reconcile the love she feels for Ty with the woman she has become, or will their past keep them from moving forward together? The journey ahead will be one of emotional depth, self-discovery, and ultimately the healing of a broken heart. The return of Ty Borden isn't just a personal moment for him and Amy, it sends shockwaves through the entire Heartland family. For years, Ty's absence has shaped the family dynamics in profound ways. The absence of one of their central figures has left gaps that no one could truly fill. Amy, Lou, Jack, and even Tim all experienced the loss of Ty in their own way, each handling it differently. But now, with his return, nothing will ever be the same again. As the family navigates this reunion, they will have to confront not only the changes in Amy and Ty but also in themselves. The members of the Heartland family have all evolved in the years that Ty has been gone, and the emotional complexity of these relationships will make for compelling television. Jack Bartlett, the patriarch of Heartland, has always been the solid rock on which the family has relied. He's seen it all: joys, heartaches, and the evolution of his family from a group of individual dreams into a tightly knit unit. His love for Amy, his granddaughter, has always been unwavering, and his protective instincts run deep. But the return of Ty forces Jack into an emotional tug-of-war. On one hand, he is happy to see his granddaughter's love return. Ty was once the man who helped Amy heal and found his place in the family. However, Jack is also cautious. He's aware of how deeply Ty's absence affected Amy, and he knows how vulnerable she is when it comes to the man she once loved. Jack may also have lingering doubts about whether Ty can still be the man Amy deserves after so much time apart. This complex relationship between Jack and Ty could lead to some of the most dramatic moments of the season. Will Jack welcome Ty back with open arms, or will he need to see more to believe that Ty has truly changed? His decision could deeply impact the entire family's ability to heal and reunite. Lou Fleming, Amy's older sister, has always been fiercely protective of her family. As a mother herself and someone who has seen her fair share of emotional turmoil, Lou has had to navigate her own complicated relationships with both her family and her career. She's also played a vital role in keeping the family business afloat in the absence of Ty. But the return of Ty will stir up emotions for Lou as well. While she may want what's best for her sister, she's always been the one to hold things together and keep everyone in line. Lou might find herself questioning her role in the family now that Amy and Ty's bond is back at the forefront. Will Lou feel like an outsider in her own family as Amy and Ty reconnect on a deeper level? Or will she find peace in knowing that her sister is returning to the love that she's always deserved? At the same time, Lou has her own internal battle to face. She has had to adapt to life without Ty, and her relationships, both with her family and in her personal life, have shifted as a result. Ty's return will force her to reconcile her own emotional needs while balancing the needs of her family. The dynamics between the sisters as they both deal with Ty's return in their own ways will add layers of complexity to the emotional narrative of the show. In the midst of the emotional drama surrounding Ty and Amy's reunion, another shadow looms over Heartland: the potential passing of Tim Fleming, the family's flawed yet lovable patriarch. Tim has long been a central figure in the Heartland family. His complex relationships with his children, especially Amy, have been a driving force throughout the show. He has made mistakes, but his love for his family has always been undeniable. If the rumors surrounding Tim's fate are true, it would be an earth-shattering moment for the entire Heartland family. The loss of Tim would mark the end of an era for the show. His rugged, no-nonsense approach to life has been the glue that has held many of the family dynamics together. His presence on the ranch, his bond with Jack, and his personal journey of redemption have been some of the most emotionally charged storylines in the series. The possibility of Tim's death creates a major emotional turning point. His passing would undoubtedly ripple through the family in unexpected ways. Amy, for instance, has long had a complicated relationship with Tim. Their father-daughter bond has had its ups and downs, but his love and commitment to her have always been clear. If Tim were to die, Amy would be left grappling with a loss that goes beyond the physical presence of her father. She would lose a piece of her past and a key figure in her journey toward healing and self-discovery. For Jack, the loss of Tim would be a profound blow. They may have had their differences over the years, but Jack has always been there for Tim. Their bond has been one of shared history, mutual respect, and understanding. If Tim were to die, Jack would be forced to reconcile the loss of not just a family member, but a lifelong friend. His role as the patriarch would be tested, and the emotional fallout from Tim's death would force Jack to step into a new role for the family, one that would require him to guide them through the toughest time they've faced. Tim's potential death would serve as a powerful catalyst for the emotional arcs of each character, especially for Amy and Ty. If Tim dies, it could push Amy and Ty closer together, as they would both be grieving the loss of a family member they each have complex feelings about. In the wake of this loss, the reunion between Ty and Amy might serve as a healing point for them both.
They would have to lean on each other as they navigate the grief of losing a loved one, while also confronting their own unresolved feelings for each other. For the rest of the family, Tim's death would force them to confront their relationships with him and with one another. The emotional ripple effect of such a loss would alter the way each character interacts with the rest of the family, bringing some closer while driving others further apart. The loss would also serve as a reminder of the importance of family, urging the Heartland characters to reconsider their priorities and reflect on the bonds that tie them together. In the midst of Ty's return, Tim's potential death could serve as a tragic reminder that nothing lasts forever, and it could bring about moments of introspection that lead to the healing of long-standing wounds. The weight of Tim's loss would push Amy, Ty, and the rest of the family to re-examine their lives, their relationships, and the legacies they want to leave behind. The return of Ty Borden and the possible loss of Tim Fleming will irrevocably alter the Heartland family. The reunion between Amy and Ty will spark moments of joy, healing, and tension, while Tim's potential death will cast a shadow over the entire family, forcing them to confront the fragility of life and the enduring power of love. In the end, Heartland is about family, about the connections that bind us, the struggles we face, and the healing that is possible even in the most difficult times. The final chapter in this season promises to be one of the most emotional and transformative in the show's history as the Heartland family faces their biggest challenges. The upcoming season of Heartland is not just about the reunion between Ty and Amy, it also introduces a new and intriguing character, Nathan's estranged cousin, a figure from his past carrying long-held family secrets. Her arrival promises to stir up both personal and family tensions, adding a fresh layer of drama to the already emotionally charged landscape of the show. Nathan's cousin is a character with a complicated and shadowed history. Initially, she harbors a subtle, veiled resentment towards Amy, perhaps stemming from old family misunderstandings or perceived slights connected to Nathan. This underlying tension will slowly build, not as an overt revenge arc, but as a series of manipulations and emotional chess moves. As Nathan's cousin subtly seeks to unsettle Amy and perhaps drive a wedge between her and Ty, or even between Amy and Nathan. However, in a series of unexpected turns, the dynamic between Nathan's cousin and Ty might take an unexpected direction, not necessarily a romantic one, but one of complex alliance or shared purpose that could have unforeseen consequences for Amy's relationship with both men. This new dynamic will raise the stakes, introducing not only a nuanced psychological threat to Amy and Ty's rekindled relationship, but also testing the loyalty and emotional boundaries of everyone involved. The subtle undercurrents between Amy, Ty, Nathan, and Nathan's cousin will keep viewers deeply engaged, wondering about her true motives and how far she is willing to go to achieve her perhaps obscured goals. Moving beyond simple revenge into more complex territories of family legacy and emotional manipulation. Initially, Nathan's cousin's primary motivation seems unclear, perhaps even to herself, beyond a desire to reconnect with Nathan and understand his life at Heartland, which inadvertently places her in Amy's orbit. She might hold Amy indirectly responsible for some past family unhappiness, or a shift in Nathan's loyalties, whether this is based in reality or her own skewed perception. This could involve an old family dispute where she feels Nathan, and by extension those close to him now like Amy, have not fully understood her family's side, or a personal grievance related to her own difficult past that she projects onto the seemingly stable world Amy represents. Her desire for influence or perhaps a form of validation is powerful and deeply rooted, manifesting not as open aggression but as a quiet, persistent undermining of Amy's